people killed, not a sign of a.
In the days when the sun rose golden over the hills of Israel, there lived a man named Aram. A shepherd by trade, Aram was known for his wisdom and courage, traits that set him apart in his small village. One night, as he tended to his flock, a brilliant light descended from the heavens, and a voice called out to him, "Aram, son of Judah, rise and journey to the distant land of Erin. There you will meet the Moss King, a ruler of ancient power and wisdom." The familiarity with the void's voice kept him calm as he slept softly. The next day, as Aram prepared for his journey, he pondered the meaning of the vision. He had heard tales of the Druids, and a land known as Erin, wise men who spoke with the trees and commanded the forces of nature. Guided by faith and the dark message, Aram set out on his journey, leaving behind his home and family, trusting in the path laid before him. Aram traveled to the coast and found a ship bound for Erin. The journey across the sea was perilous, with storms that tossed the vessel like a leaf in the wind. But Aram's faith remained steadfast, and he prayed for safe passage. On the seventh day, the seas calmed, and the ship reached the shores of Erin, where lush green hills greeted him. As Aram disembarked, he was met by a group of Druids. Clad in robes of green and gold, they greeted him warmly. Their leader, a venerable Druid named Kian, spoke, "We have awaited your arrival, Aram of Israel. The Moss King has foretold your coming. Follow us, and you shall meet him." Aram followed the Druids through the dense forests of Erin. The air was thick with the scent of pine and moss, and the sounds of unseen creatures filled the air. The Druids led him to a sacred grove, a place where the veil between the worlds was thin, and the ancient spirits whispered in the trees. In the heart of the grove stood the Moss King. Tall and majestic, his presence was both imposing and gentle. Clad in garments woven from the very moss and leaves of the forest, his eyes glowed with an emerald light. "Welcome, Aram," the Moss King said, his voice like the rustling of leaves. "You have journeyed far, and now you stand before me. Tell me, what do you seek?" Aram bowed deeply. "Great King, I come seeking wisdom and understanding. I have been called by a vision of the void to meet you and learn from you." The Moss King nodded, his expression serene. "The void itself stood where you stood. He told me to grant you wisdom, and wisdom you shall have, for it is through the sharing of knowledge that our world grows brighter. Sit, and we shall speak." As they sat beneath the ancient trees, the Moss King began to share the lore of Erin. He spoke of the creation of the land, the spirits that dwelled within it, and the ancient magic that bound all living things. Aram listened intently, absorbing the rich tapestry of stories and legends. The Moss King then spoke of the trials that tested the heart and spirit. To truly understand wisdom, one must face their deepest fears and desires, he said. He led Aram to a secluded glen, where he was instructed to meditate and confront his innermost thoughts. Aram spent 3 days and nights in the glen, wrestling with visions of his past and future. On the 4th day, Aram emerged from the glen, his spirit renewed and his mind clear. He returned to the Moss King, who awaited him with a knowing smile. "You have faced your trials and emerged stronger," the Moss King said. "Now you are ready to receive the true wisdom of the Druids." The Druids prepared a sacred ritual to bestow upon Aram the blessings of their ancient knowledge. They gathered in a circle, chanting incantations that resonated with the earth and sky. The Moss King placed a wreath of oak leaves upon Aram's head, symbolizing his acceptance into the fold of the wise. As the ritual concluded, Aram felt a surge of energy coursing through him. The Moss King spoke once more. "With this ritual, you are granted the gift of prophecy. Use it wisely, for it is both a blessing and a burden. Seek the truth and share it with those in need." Aram thanked the Moss King and the Druids for their guidance and wisdom. With a heart full of gratitude, he prepared to return to his homeland. The Druids escorted him back to the coast, where he boarded a ship for Israel, carrying with him the sacred knowledge and the gift of prophecy. Upon his return, Aram was welcomed with great joy by his family and villagers. They marveled at the tales of his journey and the wisdom he had gained. Aram began to share the teachings of the Moss King, guiding his people with newfound insight and understanding. In time, Aram became known as a great prophet and teacher. His journey to the land of Erin, and his meeting with the Moss King became a legend, inspiring generations to seek wisdom and embrace the mysteries of the world. And so, the bond between Israel and Erin was forged, a testament to the enduring power of faith, courage, and the quest for knowledge. Aram returned to Erin many times. Upon the final visit to the Moss King, Aram kneeled next to his old friend. "Moss King, I have come at your behest, my lord. What do you ask of me?" The Moss King spoke as a grandfather. "Travel to the land where the sun rises. You shall hear a prophecy that your master the Void needs. I shall send a descendant unto you. He shall free the Void." As Aram stood, the Moss King grabbed his hand. "First the Void asks for aid in Samara, there you shall save many innocent." With that, the two said their goodbyes for one final time. Aram didn't know what was in store, but he knew he had to hurry.